Niger's Mohamed Bazoum has appealed to the regional bloc court, ECOWAS's court, to free him and for his power to be restored. Hello, I am Mahlet Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from Niger and the region, and as whole from the continent. Yeah, so stay with me. If I'm audible, please give me thumbs up or tell me yes if I'm audible to you. So the news came out today that through his lawyer, Niger's ousted president Mohamed Bazoum has petitioned and filed to the regional bloc court of ECOWAS, which is based in Abuja, in the capital city of Nigeria, through his lawyer, his Senegalese lawyer, Seydou, something his name, I think. Yeah, but his first name is Seydou. So he has petitioned for his, first of all, to be free. Second of all, for his power to be restored. So he asked ECOWAS, he's asking, of course, through this court, the leaders of ECOWAS, the regional leaders. And we all know that ECOWAS is already divided by two, if not three or four, with the situation just because what happened in Niger. Now, just to give you a background, that this ousted president is making it like he's following a so-called legal procedure, filing a petition as if he's the victim to come. It's two things, not only to be free, but also to be restored back to power. And we all know that, this is, of course, backed by some of the ECOWAS leaders, Tinubu and his camp, not everyone. And then this is also backed by not his petition, but in general, the restoration for him to be free and the restoration of Bazoum back to power is also backed by France, is also backed by, as we have seen yesterday, I have brought the news to you, was it yesterday, the day before yesterday, EU. This is backed by also the US and other, their collective West allies. All these are backing Mohamed Bazoum. They all talk about Macron has mentioned it several times about him, that he's the one, the legal, but the thing is, what I want you to pay attention is that now what will be the court's decision? Okay, just to give you again a background, because a lot's happening since this revolution happened on July 26th. First of all, ECOWAS has threatened the military administration of Niger with military intervention, which was supported by Benin, Senegal, Togo, and what else? I think 4 countries, and Nigeria itself, of course, the leader. And then we have seen Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso are out of it. And those who are not saying it, but at different occasions, they have expressed that they are against military intervention, like Chad, Liberia, and Guinea-Conakry. Okay, so ECOWAS by itself is one of the impacts of the result of the consequence of what happened in Niger, is that the division of this regional bloc, this economic community for Western African states, it has really divided. So after that, the intervention did not happen, but the military administration has prosecuted the ousted Bazoum not only treason, but for high treason, for undermining the security of the country. That now this is what they are asking, and then now Bazoum is asking to be free, regardless of all this persecution, and it's also regardless of what the people of Niger want. He just wants to be free is one thing, but also to respect the interest of his people is Another thing, now, not only he wants to be free, but that is the audacity, right? Like, not only you want to be free, but you want to come back to power and serve those Western countries to continue over exploit Niger. That is just despicable. Okay, it's really, really despicable. Another thing that from the developments, what happened is that EU has spoken backing President Macron. We support France. They said we support France means indirectly or directly whatever Macron says. Macron says that if Bazoum asks, we intervene militarily. So that's what the EU is supporting. That's why the EU is telling us. And even Biden, as if from all the world, what's happening, this is the thing that worries him or worries the world. Also, he talked about in his speech at the United Nations General Assembly about the coup or what we call the revolution in Africa, because they know that their servants are piece by piece, they are taken, and people are, starting to control their own destiny, their own, they are questioning why we are poor, why they are rich, and we export our, not really export, why they loot our natural resources. So this is what is happening. But now, what happens? The question is, what happens after this petition? What is this regional bloc court of Ecowas Supreme Court is going to decide? Is he going to decide in favor of Bazoum? If so, let me share with you. Look how it reads. This is what happens. If so, this is what's going to happen. So it says, we request, in view of the violation of political rights, that the state of Niger be ordered to immediately restore constitutional order by handing over power to President Bazoum, who must continue to exercise it until the end of his mandate. Now, if the court rules, pay attention to this, if the court rules in favor of Bazoum, Niger has the legal obligation to execute the decision. Diagne said, yeah, his lawyer is, his name is Seydou Diagne. He's from Senegal. Now, it's against all this. It's very dangerous. That's why really I want to highlight. Now, they are coming through this, which, if the court is not really doing its thing fairly, or influenced by President Tinubu, which we have seen not only the court, one organ of it, but the whole bloc was influenced by, led by Bola Tinubu of Nigeria. So if he is also influencing now the court, and then the court decides for this man, Bazoum, to be restored, look at the danger of it, okay? Now, this will give a background for all those Western allies, the collective West, to come and intervene, even when Ecowas force is saying no, okay? We have seen them, in the name of NATO, what they have done to Libya, what they have done to Iraq, what they have done in Somalia. It's not new. So this will give them a background. So it's really now hanging on the decision of the court what will happen next, because really the desperation of France to stay in Niger is beyond, I was going to say beyond fathomable, but we all understand, because it's a matter of survival, isn't it? If Niger now skip from their hand, then that's it. It happened already with Mali, it happened already with Burkina Faso. Now, if it happens with Niger, which they have a lot of supply from Niger, natural resource to extract, and then it will give a precedent for more countries, which they are already doing it, but some of them could be are hijacked. We have seen, like Botswana, but it will give a precedent for many other revolution in the continent, and that's something what they don't want. So this is where the desperation of France arises from. So as a background, again, what does it mean for those of you who asks the regional court means? There is the African Union, and then there are regional blocks like ECOWAS for Western Africa. There is EAC, the Eastern African Community. There is SADC for the Southern Regional Community, and then there is the Central Africans, there is a North Africa. So all of them have their own regional court. Now, for example, there was one thing that happened in back in December in 2022, where in the Eastern African court, where Kenya unilaterally made a trade agreement with the United States. And that was, first and foremost, these blocks are economical communities for economics. That's to strive the economy, to have movement of people, free movement of people, to do import-export, because they're regional, and then it makes it easier. And ultimately, of course, thinking of the Continental Union. But in any case, so when Kenya did that unilateral agreement with US without consulting the region, because it was going to harm the regional traders. So they said, two advocates filed against Kenya, and actually that court has favored, ruled out for Kenya to dismiss that agreement with the United States. So I really hope that this court of ECOWAS will listen to and consider what the people of Niger want. At the end of the day, it's not what I talk here. It's not all this Pan-African talk or what ECOWAS say or what the African Union say. I mean, forget the one who are outside of the continent, not to mention them. I mean, they are making the biggest noise. But what matters is really for the people of what do the people of Niger want. That's it. That's the main thing. So hopefully this court will listen to the people of Niger. We have seen a lot of wise people, elders in the Senate, advocates in Nigeria, and hopefully they will be able to make their voices heard and talk for the people on behalf of the people of Niger. Already the sanction is hurting a lot of people trade-wise. It's not only the people are stranded, the people of Niger. Niger is a landlocked country. The trades have been stopped. Those countries, even for their regional daily markets, they depend hundreds of trucks go in and go out from those members of ECOWAS. Now, all that have been stopped. They're not talking about, because the people will question them. So against all this, you are talking about sanction, people will be against them. So they are not telling you the ECOWAS, they are just pushing the military agenda and restoration of democracy, this and that. No, there's a lot happening, a lot of damage is happening besides that. That is what I wanted to bring you today. This came out, his appeal came out hours before. So it's something that we need to watch, what the court will rule out. If you are an organization, somehow organized, and write a letter. If there are Nigerians here, try to do your own contribution, your 2 cents, throw your 2 cents, so that law will be in order and will be in favor of the people of Niger. Okay, that is the main thing we want. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Tonight we will have again part 2 of analyzing what Africa is saying in the United Nations General Assembly. But in the meantime, please go ahead and comment in the comment section after this stream is over. What do you think of Bazoum filing? Where does even he get? He wrote a letter, and it was published in the New York Times. During when he was arrested in the beginning. Now he's through his lawyer, he's filing. They are so much worried about this one man of Bazoum. the whole world. I mean, not the Pan-Africans and the people of Africa, but these leaders that are making noise and talking about the restoration of Bazoum, he's equated to the millions of Nigerians, meaning the people of Niger. He's just one man. And when they say these millions of people from Niger say they don't want, that's it. Who is he? It's because of people voted. If that vote was really a fair one, then people voted for him. Now, even if it's he is removed by the military, the people are supporting it. That's it. I mean, what more is needed? So Niger should not be equated to one man. They talk about Bazoum, and make you forget about the real thing. The real thing is the millions of Nigerians who have, a continued plight while they are rich, while they are sitting on their natural resource, but can't do nothing. And they are in darkness, because they don't have electricity. They are poor, the second person. I mean, they want to change this. What is wrong with that? With a very sensible mind. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going again and again on this, but let us know in the comment section if you know any experience what this ECOWAS regional court has ruled out before for same cases or a difference that came to it. Let us know the experience, what will be most likely, what can be done. Please share your view. We value your view, your comments. Okay, that's it for now. I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. Thank you for being here. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye bye.